Cape Town University. Students are being shown around an exhibition. They see the self-portraits of a dozen women who are HIV infected or who already have AIDS. These pictures are called body maps. Babalwa is HIV positive. This picture is her own body map. It tells of her life, of how she came to be infected, and of the inner strength she is still very much aware of. Babalwa is breaking a great taboo when she talks about being HIV positive. The society she lives in does not tolerate this.
I found out that I was HIV positive and I was pregnant. I fighted for my baby to be safe. After all that process, I was introduced to the body mapping. For me, the day that I did it, it was exhausting because for many years of my life, I was busy on what was happening outside. And I never thought of myself for many years, so it takes me inside.
About 1.5 million people live in Khayelitsha, one of Cape Town's townships. A large number of them are HIV positive. Most of them just cannot afford medical care. They have no future.
I was spending most of time staying here at home, don't know where to go, no one to talk to, no one to share my pain or how I'm feeling.
36-year-old Bulelwa is one of the 12 women who exhibited their body maps at Cape Town University. She overcame her isolation thanks to this women's group and rediscovered the joy of living. Now she herself is teaching a group of NGO members from all over South Africa. She explains to them what people with HIV feel and experience in the course of this work.
And I also have a slogan which says, "Be wise, colonize." I was just referring to those who are still negative, who doesn't know their status yet. Because I think if I did colonize, I shouldn't be in this situation of being HIV positive.
The NGO members will spread this memory work method to other parts of the country after they have learned how body maps are made.
We're trying to find ways that can work in groups where the responsibility is not only on the counsellor to counsel everybody, it's people support each other in pairs, like in support groups. We become counsellors to each other.
South African psychologist Jonathan Morgan is convinced that coming to terms with oneself and one's own biography helps the infected as well as those with AIDS to get a much better grip on their lives.
To close your eyes and try and feel in your body, where is the point in your own body where you feel the strongest or the best? Where is your power point? And once you feel you have it, go straight to your body map and make a little mark.
After marking where do you get your strength of power, you are going to have a symbol that symbolizes that strength of power within you. Then you put it where you mark the X in your body map.
Arms. I believe that everything I do with my arms, because a woman is always using arms. As Babala said, that we are the ones who are carrying babies. We use our arms. It's like everything comes from my arms. Yeah, my PowerPoint is from my arms. Yeah.
Jonathan Morgan explains that the methods used in memory work cannot be defined once and for all.
Memory work is a largely undefined field and it's continually evolving, so we're kind of making it up as we go along. But I would define it as any endeavor which includes elements of remembering, retelling, recording, and sharing. And I think maybe the most important thing is that in the sharing and the listening, the audience are shaping the story. Like a kind listener and a supportive listener will shape a story in a different way to a hostile and critical one. And these elements all combine into a kind of a narrative therapy, which is strongly part of memory work.
Back in the township of Kaelica, HIV-positive women meet one another regularly in a Red Cross container. They are putting together memory books. Books with lots of things to be remembered, which they will leave behind for their children.
When my baby is old, you must take this book to my baby to tell that your mother is HIV positive. I don't want to tell by other people to say your mother is died by HIV positive. It is the disclosure of me. That's why I was feel well.
First, the women fill in each of the empty spaces on the first page of their memory books with a symbol. Every window stands for an important part of its author's life and relates to a chapter of her memory book.
This book is for Here is on is her windows. 1999, she was pregnant. 1995, her daughter gets sick. He was diagnosed that she is HIV positive. At 2000, her daughter died. 2001, she got pregnant again. Her baby was also HIV positive. I write this book for you, Asanda, my daughter. I want you to grow well and go to school and get education. As you know that your mother is not well educated, and you know that we are living with a virus, me, you and your father. So please take care, as you know that maybe I will die of AIDS. That's the end.
Memory work particularly, it provides a container where people can begin to contain and process their stories and make sense of them with a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I think the end is actually not where we are now, it's the future. So it's the element of hope. So people are able to reconfigure their lives and maybe look at how they might go in the future.
The South Coast Hospice is the very last stage in the lives of many people. It is a hospice for the dying. Virginia Nzana looks after the children whose mothers are being cared for here. She drives out into the country to meet a family. She wants to form a relationship with the children while their mother is still alive. This is when she works with memory boxes. First, Virginia Nzana explains the purpose of the memory boxes to the parents, and then each child receives one.
They can paint whatever they want to do with their memory box. And at the end of their painting, I'm going to ask each of them what they paint in their memory box and why.
On the basis of what they paint, Virginia can see at once what the children are really feeling and thinking. So in the course of her regular visits, she is able to get to know the children's fears, which she then discusses with them.
Her mother was sick, but they just being a potential orphan because the mother is looked after by hospice.
This is my mom. I draw her because I like her. I just draw my mother and the flower and the heart.
Okay. Why?
I draw my mother because I love her.
They live with their mother most of the time because the father is working far away. Which means they love their mother because they know what their mother is going through every day. We are not going to deal with the counseling of loving their mother for today, but on the following day we will speak to them about it. They know what's going on in their mother's life and they are worried of their mother.
A treasury of memories. Virginia is the only person apart from the children to have access to the memory boxes. In this way, the children can pass on discreetly the odd piece of bad news if they are not treated well in their foster family. Virginia goes on to visit other families.
They are living with a granny. Their parent passed away. So they did their memory box. She painted the snake because she's scared of the snake. But all of them, they just painted their box with a house that they are living in with nothing, because the time we asked them, they said it's the house that they have, and also the strength for the moon and also the sun. Inside in their memory box, they have a chart. It's a birth certificate. You need a pin who used to be her mother's, and also a choice of a charger for a cell phone, because one day I wish to have a cell phone. It's a birth certificate, a clinic card, instrument for the school, and also it's a pin and also a nickel. He was given by her mother, because her mother, he reminded her mother when he puts a button one day in her school shirt. It was a long process for a children losing their mother and grieving.
She couldn't do anything, and my grandmother would say, please give me food, and my grandmother would make her food, and she couldn't sleep at night. Her tummy was bad, and my mother died on Saturday in the afternoon. Everyone cried. When I remember my mother, that's why I open it. And I'm sad and happy. Sad because my mother died. Happy because I have her things.
So that's how
Body maps, memory books or memory boxes. All these methods used in memory work ultimately have the function of creating space. Space for talking, for remembering, for sharing and for hope.
So that's how it is in the world of... After finishing my body map, I just found out it's just a thing. It's just another part of my life that I've dealt with, and it's long gone now. I'm not feeling the same feelings again. I'm not sad anymore in their lives. But I want other people to get a sense of what is happening in our lives.